Check 1, 2. Okay. My whole life was a Tower of Babel project. I built it out of good morals and strict religiosity, and it was impressive. And I thought going on the mission field would be the pinnacle of this, my crowning achievement. I mean, that's pro-level Christianity, right? But going to another country actually revealed all sorts of hidden ugliness in my heart, and I didn't know what to do with it. The mission field broke me. My life was unraveling, and when I returned, my faith was hanging by a thread. Lori and I call that year 0. Everything after that is different from everything before. It started when we met missionaries from an agency called Serge. They were a people radically changed by the gospel of Jesus, a redeemed people working to see a redeemed world. It was messy, but it was beautiful. And they were the opposite of my joyless, self-righteous Tower of Babel that was crumbling around me. And one of those missionaries, we'll call him Tom. He was a wild lover of Jesus. He mentored me. And when I told him, I think I need to go home and get some things figured out, he said, go to Philadelphia. Sure, go to seminary. But while you're there, Lori should work at the Serge home office. And I laughed at the unlikely specificity of his advice, but that's what happened. And while Lori was working at the home office, we began the gospel renewal curriculum called Sonship. And that's how Jesus began to rebuild my faith. He dismantled my idea that God is a disappointed taskmaster, and he replaced it with the truth that my heavenly Father rejoices over me with loud singing. And he fortified it with the victory of Jesus' resurrection, and he comforted me with a gentle presence of his Spirit. Jesus razed my tower of religious Babel to the ground, and he replaced it with a playground of grace. And then he invited me to play, to participate in his kingdom, to go with him wherever he would lead. So now, I work at Serge, and I'm the host of the new podcast called Grace at the Fray. And we'll tell stories of gospel renewal like mine, and we hope that the stories that we share on this podcast will encourage you and remind you of the transformative power of the gospel that sends you out to be a blessing of God. If your faith feels tired and overworked, this podcast is for you. If you're struggling to find joy and meaning in your walk with the Lord, this podcast is for you. If your life is unraveling, I want to invite you to come find grace at the Fray.